These are magical stories that often involve fantasy, talking animals, enchanted place, and important life lessons. But fairy tales are not just for children. They actually help us understand storytelling, structure, and also improve our English, especially when it comes to grammar and past tense verbs. Okay, before we begin, let me introduce ourselves. My name is Ivana Margarita, and I will be your tutor to this topic. I'm also here with my friends Najwa Latil Adiba and Arif Rahmanaki. We prepared a short and clear explanation to help you understand what fairy tales are, their structure, and how to identify past tense in these kinds of stories. So, let's get started and explore the magical world of fairy tales together.
Hello everyone, I am Arif Rahmanaki. So here I wanna explain about the definition of the fairy tale. The fairy tale is type of the short story, often for children, that typically features magical element, fantastical creature, and a clear distinction between good and evil. It often begins with once upon a time or one day in the big kingdom, like that, and usually end with happy ending and have some moral story. That's all the definition. Next, the structure of the fairy tale. The structure of the fairy tale, therefore, the first one is orientation, the second one is complication, the third one is resolution, and the fourth one is coda. The first one is orientation. The orientation is the part of the story that tells about introduce the main character, the setting like time and place, and the initial situation or the atmosphere of the story. The number two is complication. It's a part of the story when the main character faces the conflict or the problem. In this part often involves recent action where the problem is intense before leading a resolution. For examples like in the Cinderella, she can go to the hall. Number three, the resolution. This part of story when the problem or the conflict is solved. The end this part usually end they life is happily ever after. The example in the Cinderella like the fairy godmother's help her. Number four, the coda. The coda or the reorientation often tells about moral lesson from the story. For examples like and the lesson from the story is you should be kind and be patient. Okay, next to the language feature. Language features in fairy tale there are two, the past tense and the adverb of time. The first one is the past tense. The fairy tale usually uses past tense in the story because it talks about action or event that already happened. For examples like she lived with her stepmother or she went to the wood, like that. Number two, adverb of time. It uses adverb of time to tell the specific time of the history. For examples like a long time ago, once upon a time, the next day, like that. I think that's all for me. Thank you.
Alright guys, we're going to read a story together, entitled Beauty and the Beast, as Arif will also identify the structure of the fairy tale step by step. Let's get started. Once upon a time, in a small village, there lived a kind and intelligent girl named Belle. She loved reading and lived with her father, Maurice, an inventor. The villagers thought Belle was strange because of her love for books and adventure. So this is the orientation part of the story. It introduces the main character Belle and gives us the setting where and when the story takes place. Next, one day, Maurice got lost in the forest and entered a mysterious castle to find shelter. There, he was captured by a beast, a prince who had been cursed for being selfish. When Belle found out, she went to the castle and offered to take her father's place. The beast accepted. Here we enter the complication. The problems begins. Maurice gets lost and mysterious beast captures him. Okay, next, Belle stays in the castle and slowly discovered that the beast was not cruel, but lonely and kind deep inside. They spent time together reading and talking. Meanwhile, a proud man named Gaston wanted to marry Belle and later attacked the castle out of jealousy. So this is part of the series of events where Belle makes a brave choice and the story starts to develop. And still part of the series of events, we see Belle and this relationship grow and the story builds toward resolution. Next, the beast protect Belle during the fight. When Belle confessed her love for him, the spell was broken. The beast turned back into a prince, and all the enchanted objects in the castle became human again. So this is the resolution. The problem is solved, the curse is lifted, and the beast turned back into a prince. Next, Belle and the prince married and lived happily ever after. The story teaches that true beauty lies within and that love and kindness can break even the strongest curse. So, this is the coda or the moral ending. It wraps up the story and shows us that love and kindness can change everything. So, there you have it. That was Beauty and the Beast, and as we read, we saw how each part of the fairy tale structure fits into the story. Great job, guys! I hope you enjoyed it.
Okay, next I will show you the story Millie and the Magical Golden Carp. One morning, Millie woke up early and walked into her backyard, and she saw something shining on the ground. When she picked up the object and she realized it was a golden carp, Millie felt curious and looked around. Suddenly, she discovered an old car behind a tree. She inserted the key into the car, and to her surprise, it started to click. The car lifted into the air and grew high above the roads. Millie traveling in magical lands, helping new friends, and faced many challenges, and she saved a tiny dragon, freed a brave dragon mice, and greeted a lost unicorn back home. After all her adventure, the golden car broke the back safely. Millie smiled and held the key close, and she learned the courage and the kindness could open the doors to wonderful things. Okay, students, today we are going on an exciting adventure through a story called Millie and the Magical Golden Car Key. But it's not just going to read it, we are going to dig deeper to discover how the story is built. We will explore important part of the story. Are you ready to become story detective and uncover the secret hidden in the story? Okay, let's get started. Okay, question number 1. Who is the main character in the story Millie and the Magical Golden Car Key? A. A boy who found a treasure. B. A girl named Millie. And C. A fairy from the forest. I will give you 3 seconds to answer it. So, the correct answer is B. Question number 2. What started Millie's adventure in the story? A. She got lost in the forest. B. She lost her dog. And C. She found a magical golden car key. I will give you 3 seconds to answer it. The correct answer is C. Question number 3. Which the following happened after Millie used the golden car key? A. The car disappeared. B. She traveled through magical places and helped others. And C. She broke the key. I will give you 3 seconds to answer it. The correct answer is B. Question number 4. How did Millie solve the problem or complete her adventure? A. She gave the key to someone else. B. She ran away from the car. And C. She finished her mission and returned home safely. I will give you 3 seconds to answer it. The correct answer is C. Okay, for the last question. What message can you learn from the story? A. Always take care of your key. B. Don't explore magical places. And D. Be brave, be kind, and believe in yourself. I will give you 3 seconds to answer it. The correct answer is C. Now, your task is to underline this text. I will give you time and then tell you the correct answer. Okay, the correct answer is walk, saw, pick up, realize, felt, discovered, interested, started, lived, flew, held, traveled, faced, read, created, wrote, smiled, behave, and for the last one is learn. Great job, everyone! You have just finished identifying parts of a story: the orientation, complication, events, resolution, and coda. So, I think this is enough for today. Thank you so much for your attention, and have a good day, everyone!